Hello, good evening and a happy Sunday to you. This evening I have an oldie but goodie. I just thought I'd remind you of something that I've done in the past, but this time of year when we're making loads and loads of cards, I thought it would be nice just to, sorry, that's just confirmed I should be in the right place. I thought it'd be nice to just do some that are really nice and quick and easy. And there's a little bit of a tale to this one because I did this for a WI. I was speaker at short notice last Wednesday, so I've got to apologise. I thought I'd scheduled a post for you and it didn't seem to work. So I was at short notice, but this is a project that I did, similar version, for the ladies there for their free make and take, and they all absolutely loved it. So hopefully you're going to enjoy it as well. Those of you who've seen it before, just a reminder for you, and have fun. So let's get down onto the table. I'll just pop that across there. There we go. So what I'm going to be doing for you today is I'm going to be playing with ribbons. So hopefully somebody will pop along and just confirm we're in the right place. I'm going to be using our beautiful note cards. I don't think I've used them for a couple of episodes. So I'm just going to take one of my note cards. I might take a couple out. We'll see if we get time. Take a couple of those and a couple of envelopes. Okay, and also in my box here, I label them all up like everything else. And I do have some sheets that are in here. This is too heavy. The circles are beautiful. Oh, exposed brick. I could actually use that one. These circles are a bit too big for what we need. Excuse me. Hi, Maria. Nice to see you. I'm a little bit hoarse tonight. I need a cup of tea, I think. Anyway, so we're going to take one of our note cards. Make sure we fold into the ridge, because this side has already been it's scored, so it's been broke. The fibres have been broken, so they won't crack along this side seam. So there is our base card. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. And Anne and Angela and Jane. Sam, hello there. Lovely to see you. So a little bit of Thrifty, and those of you who've seen it before, I apologise, but it is like I said earlier, it is a bit of a reminder. I'm going to get so far and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll show you some samples. I've got quite a few samples actually, just giving you the same idea. So I need to cut a tree shape from here. So I would normally do this with this embossed piece already. You can probably see that's embossed. The only trouble is, if I do run this through the machine, because it's already been embossed, I'm going to flatten it. Going through the rollers, this will flatten the embossing. So you always need to cut first and then emboss after. So I won't use this one. I'm going to pop that one back in the box. I'll put it over there on top of the box, and I'll cut myself another one. So let's just go to the papers. Luckily, I have got the trimmer in front of me, so we'll just grab that from around the corner, and we're going to cut this. Now, I know that this is 5 by 3.5, so I want to go just a smidgen under. I think today I'm going to just go about 1/8 of an inch under, so 3.5 along the top. I'm going to come, 1/8 of an inch under that. Oh, lots of activity on there. Just got in from work. Oh, Linda. No, shift work is not nice, is it? So there's my piece here for the first one. If we get time to do another, I will. So I'm gonna die cut this one. I've got everything kind of to hand. I think I picked up my plate. Did I pick up my plates? Where did I put the plates? I did bring them over here, so where did I put them? If anybody could see my desk and say where they are. That's crazy. There, stood it up right. So I'm going to cut this one out first. This is from the beautiful decorative trees. So I'm going to use this twice. So hopefully you should be able to see that. I'm going to put the plates on here. So I want the shim, because I'm cutting. All of these do say on here as to what sammings you need. So I've got a couple of these. In fact, I'm going to put that one on the bottom because it's flatter, and then we'll do this one first. Now, we do want to keep this in the right place. We don't want it to move. We want it fairly near the bottom, I've got one piece of tape on that. That should be do me. So I'm looking to go even Stevens either side here, and I'm going to put a piece on the top just to hold it in place. Try not to move the plates. Hi Maxine. So we're coming through here. So this is just cutting it, and then we're going to change the plates, and then we will emboss. So I'll take that one out of the way, take that out, take out the other two, and then we're going to bring the grey one, which was here. Everything's to hand, but never in the right place. You know that feeling? So I'm just going to take that out there gently. And because I use a Scotch tape, I do put it back on the end there, so we can use that again. I am building up an abundance of trees. So I'm going to put that back in the case. Just so I can remind you which set it came from. It came from the Decorative Trees bundle. There's some embossed layers that I've done already. But these are the beautiful dies, all of those different ones for different finishes on your trees. And then, of course, we've got the stamps underneath. Okay, so I'll move that one for now. So this one's going to go in my embossing folder. Now I'm going to use the Snowflake Sky embossing folder. Without double checking, I'm pretty sure this is this one still current? Any of my demo friends on here, tell me if that's current. If not, any embossing folder will work. I have been using with the embossed bricks. I've been using with the Basics 3D. The Basics are the set of 3. Really, really gorgeous. There's that crosshatch one that I really like to use a lot. So I'll take that one through and I will emboss this on there. Take that down. So this is just putting on a little layer of snowflakes. Okay, it just adds that little bit of special. Hi Lynn. So this just gives you your snowflakes coming down, and obviously as they settle at the bottom, it's twofold as to whether it's getting lighter as it gets down or whether the snowflakes are falling and getting thicker. So I've done it this way because that's how I want to do it today. So this is the note card, but on the back, first of all, we're going to, on the back of this one, we're going to get my tear and tape. Okay, any of you guessed from the photo I put up and what I'm doing at the moment? So, I've just got to say, if you see paint on my hands, I did scrub and I've missed a bit. So I've been outside, this afternoon I've been painting the garage windows and doors. I had one left to do and a bit of another one. So I've been painting, I have scrubbed, and I was going to have a shower. I've brushed my hair before I came on air, and I think I've got paint in my hair. So I'm just going to pop this tape around the edge of my tree here. I think Sam's on here, and I think Sam's done a lot of these before with me. Some of the others may have done as well. So I'm just popping this all along the edge there. We want it to be as close to our cutout as we can. Okay, you can do other shapes as well, but this is my preferred one. I'm going to do the bottom in 2 stages. I'm going to come one to there and one to there. Now I used scissors just now, but this is actually tear and tape. It does exactly that. You hold your nail against the edge and then just pull against it. Okay, it is a pretty embossing folder, Linda, definitely. So this is the back of my piece now. I am now going to go around the outside edges. Got paint under my nails as well, sorry. I did scrub, but I didn't obviously scrub thorough enough. So this is just going to go around all around the outside edge. I could, you know, I love my Tombow, but for this one I do prefer the tape. You'll see why when we get the next stage. And then now we've got the machines out of the way, I will zoom in a little bit for you. So I'm going to tear that one off there. So that is beautiful. I've just got a little bit of a ruck in there. There we go. So let's just bring that camera down so you're a bit closer and you can see what's going on. Now, my thriftiness leads me to quite a big box here. In fact, I should have done this before I zoomed in. Look, zoom out. Oh, wrong way. Come out. So I'm going to put this here, and you can see by the size of my hands here that how big this box is. It's one of the really useful boxes. It's about 5 inches deep, but it's got all sorts of ribbons in here. Now I do have more than this, believe it or not. I've got more wider ones. Take all the occasions where you can collect ribbons. Where you can get the ribbons from. I did have a list the other side of the table, but I've probably put it somewhere. Really clever. So garments, when we wear garments, we've got the ribbon in the shoulders, normally to hang on the hangers. People who do ironing services, I hear, absolutely love those and really curse when people remove them. We've also got chocolates. I don't know what this one was, but this is a gift of some sort. So think of towels being wrapped up, pyjamas being wrapped up, but Christmas is coming. So please, I just want to make you think of saving all of those ribbons, no matter what it's on, toiletries, anything. And if it's got printing on here, don't worry, because if you turn it over, I'm sure you'll find that the back is plain. In majority of cases, I had one earlier. This one's got I think this is Thornton's chocolates. So you've got milk, white and dark assortment. Can you see that on there? And on the back of that, it's plain. Okay, so you can use the other side. Yeah, Linda was playing with, she's here on Tuesday, and she was actually making some of these. So there is all sorts in here. And it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't matter. What's this one? This looks like some toilet. Crabtree and Evelyn, London, they look like toiletries, but the back is plain. Okay, so I'm going to be taking a selection out of here. If I can get enough pieces, I'm going to go for the turquoises. So that's the same as that one, so I don't need that one. I want a little bit of brown on here because I want to cover the stem, so it looks like there's a little bit there. Scissors, big scissors, ribbon scissors on the other side. So ribbon scissors. I'm going to cut tonight. I am actually cutting pieces off here, so I'll cut a little piece off there. But what I do tend to have is jam jars like this, small jam jars, and I put, when you cut bows and you cut odd pieces off the end of your bow, okay, I just throw them in a little pot. So I've got 3 of these jars. They have all been tipped into here because like I said, I did them with the WI girls, ladies, sorry. So all of these little offcuts of ribbon, they all come in handy because my first piece at the top here is only going to cover that little tiny bit. Okay, this is going to come down the bottom, so we're going to pop that on there, level with this piece or the next little piece up there. I prefer it just the stem. So I'm going to put this out of the way and I'm just going to attack my box. Okay, leave that off to the side. So in order to do this, we've got a few pieces here. This one's got a bow, but I'm cutting round it. I did have some other turquoises, I'm sure I did in here. We've got some of that one. That would go, wouldn't it? That's like a greeny turquoise. That looks like something. That might go. Different textures, different widths. And then, of course, we like a bit of sparkle in there, maybe. We'll have some silver. There's a piece of, we'll take a piece off that silver. Okay, just take some off there. If I can rummage for any more, then I will. I have put some other rolls in here with the reds and greens because I thought that we might run out. But we were good. And look at that one. It's a satiny one. I can't, that one might go as well. Let's take a chunk off that one. You really don't need all these big pieces, but I'm sure we've got enough there. So we're going to start by taking off, I'll just zoom you back in again. Yes, that embossing fold is still current. Thanks, Anne. Thanks for being my eyes and ears. Oh, bless you. That sounds nice, Debbie, your dinner. It's really nice. So I'm just going to remove the tape off these 3. You want all of them off completely. Just the middle bits, not the outside. That's ready for when we attach it to our base card. Okay, so just use your nails or use your, take your pick tool. So I'm just going to take those off there. And I've lost my bin. Oh well, they must have been moved. So I'm going to leave this one there. I'm going to start by putting my trunk on here because I'm going to stick that over just where the trunk would be. Okay, this is a bit of what I call iris folding, but it's, instead of being done with paper, it's been done with ribbon. Okay, so we're working from the back and we're going to be putting all these pieces across. Now, we want to vary the textures and the designs on here. You can either work upwards or work downwards. It's entirely up to you. If in your little pot here you have some really tiny pieces that would work, you can There are more in there. I've just got to siphon them all out after Tuesday night. You can take any of those ones out of there. Oh look, there's a piece of silver. That's the one. I'll use that, and then that will show you how. Okay, it is ultra thrifty, but hey, it's what I like. I don't do it deliberately. It's a waste not to. So I'm going to build up the colours here. I'm going to take some of this and just pop that across here, adjacent to the one before it. So it's catching on the tape there, and it's catching on the tape there. And I'm going to use my scissors. These are I tend to use these as my ribbon scissors. So I want those two down. So that's nice and flat. Then we'll have a bit of a texture change. We'll put maybe a piece of this darker one, just where the tape is. So it's our Stampin' Up! Tear and Tape. I'm just going to run that across there. Okay, make sure it's caught on both sides and trim that off. I think you can see me all right, can't you, on there? So there's 3 layers. Now I think I'm going to put a thicker one in. So this one, it has got a very, very softly embossed logo on there. I really aren't bothered on there. I want it to be the right way up though. I don't want it upside down. So I'll just get that bow out of the way, I think. Look, I'll just cut that off there. Okay, and then we can have it the right way up. There we go. So I'm just only going to go to the tape. So wherever the tape is, I want it adjacent to the one above it. Pull it nice and tight. Okay, and we're going to make sure that that's nice and securely stuck down. This little piece I'm now cutting off is going to go in my jam jar. Okay, you'll get the idea of this. So there so far we've got 3 pieces on there. It will go flat onto your card, so it will look really pretty. Everyone's talking food on here. And of course Anne's down under in New Zealand, so she's just having a breakfast. Anne's done it with paper, not ribbon. Hi Sandra. We were talking about you today. Jackie and I were talking about you today. I'll come on to events and news and updates in a sec, but Jackie and I have got an event at the Disc Golf Club on the 9th of November, and it's got an afternoon tea with it, and we're just getting close. We've got quite a few people, but we're getting quite close as well. So that one's another wide one. I would probably try and avoid putting 2 big wide strips on here, but anything else that's going to go with. So I think I'll put this one. It's a greeny tinge, but it's I think it will go with these colours. Okay, and I will just say the other thing is, if you put something on and take a look and you think, actually I don't really want that colour, you can just, because it's tape, you can just gently lift it off. Okay, so it's not stuck there for good. You just can have a look and just see how you like it. So keep them nice and tight going across there, and then get your scissors and just snip that off. Okay, so we've got those ones on. I think we could do with another little silver piece across there, couldn't we? So let's put the silver on. Got a piece of silver at the top, so we want that one at the bottom. Oops, I've got a fluffy bit there. Let me just take that thread that's running. That's another little bit there. Okay, and take this end off. I'll hold it up to the camera when we finish. That silver little piece I've cut off is going back in another pot. And then what have we got left for just the last little bit? Probably come back to another piece of the Lost Lagoon. Like, I'm going to put that one there. We've got tape underneath here as well, so it will catch it everywhere. So we're going to put that there nice and tight all the way across, and then snip that off. Okay, so all of those are just going to go back into my box, no matter what the size. Okay, and then we're ready to go. So if I now turn that over and I bring that up to the screen, you can see how beautiful that is. Now, my little faux pas tonight, I'll show you the other samples in a sec. I would normally have put a greeting at the top here before I started. So you could have this lower down and you can have the greeting at the top, or you can move it up a bit. I don't like to think of a tree floating in the air, so I don't really like it underneath. So one last thing I'm going to do, we've got the tape all the way around the edges here, but what I'm going to do is just take one piece of tape and run it through. If I move this bottom one, it's quite close here, so I'm going to take that one off. Okay, underneath that piece of ribbon, and I'm just going to run this from top to bottom. This is an added one I've done when I've got a larger image. So I'm just putting that through all of them. Because they're loose on the front, you will find that they can move a little bit, but that just secures them all in place. And I'm going to take that off because we're now going to stick this onto our base card. Okay, so that will just help adhere all of those down to the card. Okay, so I'm just taking those off. And this did prove better to have the tape on here than the Tombow. Okay, I do love my Tombow, but on this occasion, I should have shown you the wings, shouldn't I, on that one? But looks like will be good time. I can do a second one. So there's only 1/8 of an inch, so we want about a 1/16 around the outside edge here. It's white on white, so you might not see. Yeah, look, that's a pretty good shot. There we go. So I'm going to press that down nicely. I might even go from the back. I'm not pressing the embossing, I'm just going on the back of the card just to press all of that down. And there is our little card. Whoops, Daisy, where are you? There. Okay, that little bit of ribbon has got a little bit of a crease in it, but that will be fine because in an envelope that will be nice and flat. So how do you think that looks? Great technique. You made 4, didn't you? I think you might have made a little bit more than that. There's several on the table here anyway. I'm going to show you in a sec. It does look beautiful with the snowflakes, doesn't it? So then we're going to put a greeting on here. Now I have got some greetings in here that I had already embossed on the other cards. So we've actually got, look at this. This is by coincidence. These aren't done specifically. I've got some red ones stamped. May your days be merry. But I had stamped up. I'd got some scraps of Pretty Peacock out the other day. And I just, because I've got the embossing powders out, I did actually stamp and emboss, heat emboss with white powder, a lot of the Oh Christmas Tree. Now, because we've got it here, I'm just going to grab my tweezers and just see, actually, that is definitely just a coincidence. I don't know whether this one will look okay up there, or it doesn't want to be down the corner. That's very close to the edge, isn't it? We could have that up there. Or we could use one of these other ones in here. The black ones, I've got some that have been trimmed down actually. So I did several like that on scraps of black. Okay, so they're quite handy to have. And then this one, so we could do that and use that black layer. And there's enough space on the ends here to do a little flag. So I think I will. You'll see why I've got several of these when I show you the other ones. So, in fact, with the announcements I've got tonight, I've got lots of announcements today. We are now in October. That end there is a little bit smaller than this one, so I'm going to take a tiny piece off first. So a little tiny snip in the end there. Okay, and just flag these ends because there's space to do it and it will give it more shape. So in from the corner into that middle snip. Okay, get rid of those bits. And then do the same the other end. Snip in the middle and then work that in. It's a very, very small piece. Just flicking that out of the way. And then one there. Okay. So we've now got a piece that looks like so. We've just got the ends flagged. And I think that could go on here. Now we've done all of this flat at the moment, so there's no layers. So I could actually put this one on as pads, foam pads. So we use our edges on our dimensionals here. You'll see I've done several pieces like this already. It is quite narrow, but it's a good idea to use these pieces for things like this, where you don't need to have it very thick. I think I used these the other night. That one on there. And you know what? I haven't got, have I? Dimensionals. I really should have gone for the black ones on here, shouldn't I? But having said that, it is, excuse me, it is a white card. So if you see white from the side, it is a white card underneath. So just pull those off. That's there, and there. And if you like, I'm just going to show you the different colour combinations that we've done. When Linda was here the other day for one-to-one class, and then after she'd gone, because everything was out, I had to do some more, didn't I? So, yeah, you can also do this with paper. Now, I am going to show you something else very quickly. The sentiment does make the card pop, absolutely. It needs something stronger on there, but a beautiful little card. So I've got some more samples to show you here. Well, I'm just going to get something else out of my bag. Just a sec. It is timely. I'm going to show you these samples first. But then Gillian mentioned doing it with paper, scrap paper. It then goes on to something else. So I'm going to show you that's the one from today. So I'll leave that in the corner next to the logo, and then I'll do these one at a time. No particular order, but these are all done with note cards. So I'm going to show you this one. Okay, I've cut the greeting here. I've cut that in two because I did it on a matte layer. I used the exposed brick at the back. Okay, so you've got exposed brick behind here, just a tiny little border like I've done here. And then I've put a matte layer in the colour that brings out your ribbon. So the red in this occasion. Okay, so that's that one. And then I've done another one. This one is with, look at the colours of those ribbons. These are all pieces, just offcuts in there. So I've used a little black gem on the top of the tree on there. And then I've got some black with silver edged ribbon, some gingham, some different colour copper, sort of like beigey colours in there, and then my trunk. And I've split the greeting. So instead of all together on that one, let me come out a little bit. Again. There you go. So instead of being all in one greeting, I've split it top and bottom. So we've got that one as well. And then we have a couple more that, oh, four more. This punch, I've got to tell you that these two here are, so there's 5 there. These 4 are all a retired punch, the Tree Builder punch. It's a fairly recent retirement. This one I used one big piece on here, and I shouldn't have used it on a small card. I like it when it's spread out like this. Okay, so these were the pinky colours, purpley colours. So I've used they went with the Moody Mauve, and then that one again with the turquoise that I've just used there. And this is one of both of those folders are from the 3D Basics embossing folders. So this one I think looks like a poinsettia, and this is the crosshatch I mentioned. So that's all of those ones. I think these two have got to be my favourite, those two. And then that one from today, I haven't done the envelope with that one yet, but then these two were bigger cards. These are full-size cards. So this one is done like today, but on the full-size card. And then this one is done with navies. And I've got some really, really small diddy pearls that are from a retired pack I found from years ago. It wasn't even black and white packaging. It was actually the pale greeny colour. And I just dotted those over to look like snow. Okay, and that was heat embossed onto navy card because of the navy theme. So that's those ones. Okay, then we're going to go on to some paper ones. Okay, these are really, oh, yes, that one. These are so old. I haven't used peel-offs for a long, long while. Okay, but these are using envelopes. So these are very old. In my cardstock, I found some in a box of all ones that can be sold. So they're going with me next week. So the scrap paper, these are envelopes. If you look very closely, you'll see on this envelope, it's got O2. These silver strips on here were like double fold. So they're all from the inside of envelopes. And if I had a piece of post here just now, I think, somewhere, buried. Thought I had an envelope. No, that's not it. Maybe not. I can show you what I mean by the inside of envelopes. If I leave those 3 out, these are all different patterns, but they are there's different just patterns and designs. And I've accented one with the silver. The silver is wrapping paper. I'm not going to show you what's inside this envelope, but I will say I've got an envelope here, so you can see me open it, and then we'll see what pattern we've got on the other side. Okay, so if I just get rid of that. And then this one, all I do is I take the outside edges off. Okay, and just those folds. And then the other side. Get rid of those in the bin. And then this ends up being a big expanse of paper that you can use. It's like blue little hexagons in there, little chevrons. So that's what I've done with these ones. But this went back to when I was working in offices and I used to get them to keep all the mail, as a variety of papers, patterns in there. And I used to love, I mean, especially the black and white. Look at that. If I bring that up to the camera, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I love those ones. So I have got another one there. It's nothing to do with Stampin' Up though, so I'll leave those to the side. But I have got some information to give you today. We've had a lot of things going on this month. So if you're a demo, you'll probably know most of this. This is an event that Jackie and I have got coming up. I've actually got another one on the 26th of October here. If anybody's interested, that's another festive day. This one is actually a crafternoon tea. So this is over at Dis. Anyone local to the Dis area? I think Sandra was on here, and Maxine. We've got Disc Golf Club, and we have got, they're providing us with an afternoon tea, and Jackie and I both doing the class between us. So we're doing equal amounts. So that's that one there. I have shared the graphic on that one. Then we've also had this month for the October, we've had the clearance rack is updated. So it's refreshed back in the end of September, but there's still clearance rack in there, and the items in there, the things that are still left in there, it's up to 60% off some items. So do take a look over on the clearance rack. And then we've also got, for the whole of for October, we've got a, yes, I have, Gillian, I've folded the papers, just little strips, and then folded them. So you use the folded edge along, I had got a pattern for those that you follow. You do it upside down, and I might dig some out and actually find some patterns and do one of those for you in a different shape. So this is the whole of October, the 1st and the 31st of October. We've got a starter kit special. So if you're interested in spending, if your shopping list is more than £99 or thereabouts, the offer is, instead of the £130 that you get for £99 with no postage, you're saving £6.95 postage as well. You've actually got an additional £30, so you're getting £160 worth of product of your choice, your choosing, for £99. So if you're interested in doing that, please do let me know. And that is one of the best offers we have. That's a really high offer there, so that's great. And then for the latest one that's out, it starts tomorrow. So we've got the 7th, 8th and 9th of October. We've got a 3-day stamp sale. Excuse me. And we've got 15% off all the stamps from the big fat catalogue, the annual catalogue. So that's this one here. This catalogue here, we've got 15% off all the stamps, okay, for 3 days. Now, I want to just give that a little bit of a health warning on there. If, for instance, you wanted to buy a bundle, I love this stamp here. I've got this stamp set, but this is just a stamp set on its own. This is a stamp set on its own. So they will all be 15% off. But when you get things as part of a bundle, if I just flick through somewhere. Oh, so if you go to this section as well, just a sec. The Encore section. If you go into the Encore section, these are all products that have come back in from a previous catalogue. So these, when they come back, so like the Be My Valentine, when they come back as an Encore, they are no longer a bundle. So you don't save the 10% for getting a bundle price, but this would be an ideal time to get 15% off the stamps, and then you pay for the punch. And similarly with the dies. Okay, but when they are actually listed as a bundle, that one's not. Let me just find something that's a bundle. They've come back. Here, these ones. So keeping tabs. This is a bundle. So you buy the stamp set and either the die or the punch with it, whichever one you prefer. The bundle price is here. So you get 10% off the bundle. If you were to buy 15% off here and you pay full price for these, in the most of the cases that I've looked at, that will not be, you're paying full price for a more expensive item. Okay, so just bear that in mind, do your maths. If they are standalone stamps, like I said about the thank you, the thanks set that I just thumbed through and saw in the corner. So if they're stamp sets on their own, then they will be 15% off, and they'll be a bargain for 3 days. Okay, so if there's anything in there that you would like, just let me know. So the new watercolour sheets, yes, okay, that's another one. That's coming in November, so we'll talk about that one later. But there is a watercolouring kit coming. We've heard that one. All those who were on the Stampin' Up's World Card Making Day on Saturday, we got a sneak peek of a kit that's coming in November, I believe. I'm pretty certain it was November. Okay. Anne is saying, I don't know if you'll be able to catch it. Oh, Wednesday. Okay, Thursday morning. Oh, lovely. School holidays in New Zealand. So there we go. So yes, so that's all the offers on at the moment. So this is on video. So if they've gone too quickly for you, then you can go back and replay those. Or if in doubt, just contact me and see how I can help you. Okay, so I think that's everything for now. Oh no, one little thing. I've got some swaps to share with you, so we'll do those as well. These aren't my cards, but I'm just going to flick through. I'll leave mine to the bottom one. I think you've already seen this. Yes, it was November. Thanks, Debbie. So this is, these are all swaps as a UK group we did recently, and I saw Laura who organised the swaps, and I picked mine up the other day. So this set here, this is in the, all the swaps were from the mini catalogue. So the ones that were in here. Okay, with the time now, I won't go through and find them all, but there is all these sets, stamp sets are in the mini catalogue. So that's one, and it's a bit of a fancy fold, this one. I just take this one out. Well, they've put some instructions in here, or some detail in there as well. Haven't had them out of their envelopes. So this one, somebody's used the paper at the back to fold and make a little like a Z fold, but it is actually stuck together. So she's used a whole strip of paper and then stuck the middle section together. And then this one here, I can do the same. There's details on there as to who sent that was swapped with me. In fact, if they're straightforward cards, I think I'll just leave them in the packets for now, just to save a bit of time. This is the textured embossing folder that I used. I can't remember, it's a plaid one. I've used that recently. It's beautiful, and it's got so many textures in there. It's absolutely lovely on here. So that's really nice. These labels are beautiful as well. So then this one is with, I can't remember all the names of the sets because I haven't got, most of these I haven't actually got myself. This is a stamp image on here, and it's been blended nicely to give a glow from the candles, but that is a bundle. This one here has got the embossing folder on there, so there's textured embossing in the back, and then one of the tree sets. There's a couple of those, I think, so that's on there. Then this one, oh, look at this. If I bring it up, these are the little gems that look like candies, the little yeah, they were out of stock for a while, but I've got a feeling they're back in stock. The Reindeer Fun collection for the plaid embossing folder. Oh, on the page, yes, lovely, thank you. This one's really nice, and those gems just looks lovely on there. So that's from Zoe. Then this one, it wasn't one that I chose to purchase. This is a punch. It's like a star shape, but it's got Santa Claus, and it's got some other images on there. It's in the catalogue, the mini catalogue, and then they've punched these out, a couple in paper as well. So that's really sweet. This was a set I really was tempted to buy. Sorry, I'm just off camera. Tempted to buy. It's got some of the gems on here. I'm going to bring the gems up to the screen. They're called the Druzy ones. I'd never heard of Druzy, but they're called Druzy drops. It's something to do with the sparkling, how they've done them. But these little baubles are absolutely gorgeous. And I do like those, but I can't have everything. I have to restrain myself. This one's a bit of a fancy fold by the looks of it. And this is going to come out like so. So it's got the fold back. So it's a full card, just as normal here. And it's got an embossed pit panel on the front, but instead of cutting a piece off, you score a piece and fold it back, and then something decorative on the front, which is a nice idea. So So that's that one. This one's gorgeous. I know whose this one is. This one's Laura's, the lady who organised the swaps. And those gems, I can't say, I haven't got these ones, but they're beautiful. And this is a stamp set, and the die cuts both of those images together. And she's got some nice sparkly bits on the back there, Wink of Stella, and coloured it. Beautiful card. And then this one is a snow globe. I've got these papers, but I haven't got the Snowy Wonder, I think it is. I've got these snowflakes though, the little embellishments on here. They're beautiful. They're really nice. You get a little tub. There's an awful lot in there. And last but not least, I think you might have seen this one. This was my one. So with the tree, the decorative trees again that we had just over here. So it's with this set. It's got the die cut out to start with. And then I've cut these in Pretty Peacock glimmer paper. So I've cut this one here, and then I've cut the snowflakes, which is this one, and I've stuck those over the top. Got a feeling I might have done that or something similar on a live. Okay, so they are my swaps. It's always nice to see other people's creations, so you don't just get my style. Okay, you get to see other things as well. So let me bring you back to me, take that one off and bring you back over. So I hope you like all of that, and if you haven't got loads of ribbon scraps, I do hope that you will save them over the festive period when you start unwrapping presents. And if you're with family, just scavenge and just take all theirs as well. If it's going in the bin, don't put it in landfill, and have fun creating with it. So there's lots of places, if you think about it, where you can collect your ribbons from. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this evening. There's quite a lot in there today, and I will see you back on Wednesday. I am next week, anybody who's local to me, I am at Rocks and Barns pop-up studio. I have random weeks there every now and again, and my hand's just found another piece of paint on my arm. Look at this. Look, paint. You can see that's the, oops-a-daisy, that's the colour of our garage doors and windows. Just found. So yeah, I am at Rocks and Barns. You hire out the premises and you get an empty shell, and you take whatever you want along and you sell, and you put your tables, chairs, everything in there yourself. Okay, it's really nice, and it was really nice in July when I was there. So I'm back there for another week. So you might see me pop up live from there just randomly. And I will be running some hands-on workshops, just drop-in basis. So if you're around and you want to pop in and see me, then please feel free to come and craft. Oh, bless you, Debbie. Thank you. Thanks very much. So yeah, so that's my week. So I will be live on Sunday night and Wednesday night and Sunday night as normal. I will be home by then, and I might pop up in the middle of the week as well, just to show you where I am. Okay, so take care and have a good week.